The 2010 Harvey Norman Rugby League All-Stars raised $1.5 million, and that was invested into the community programs across the 16 NRL clubs. And as we speak today, there are many rugby league identities both here in Australia and New Zealand visiting schools and visiting communities. The money's being delivered to programs that centre around health, education, welfare, with Indigenous programs being a key focus. The 2011 match aims to raise a similar amount of money that will again go to programs aimed to making a difference for both Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians. The All-Stars Week has certainly grown this year. In 2011, the match will once again aim to support a range of community programs that improve the lives of all of us, really. I'll now like to ask the NRL Chief Executive Officer, David Gallop, to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Tim, and good morning. Welcome to everyone. Thanks for coming along this morning. Can I start by thanking Auntie Robin for the welcome to country and also acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're meeting on today and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. Can I welcome William Smiley Johnson, the Chairman of the Australian Rugby League Indigenous Council. Smiley called it the greatest act of practical reconciliation that he'd ever seen in last year's game, and that was high praise indeed. And just one of the community leaders from the Prime Minister down who was part of last year's event. And as I said in the video, it really did exceed expectation. And funnily enough, I was talking about before the game was even played. And I want to acknowledge the guys that are here from both teams, because I think last year was a great event. As we got towards kick-off, there was still a bit of trepidation about how the actual game would be. Pre-season, if you were an NRL coach, particularly of the biggest stars in the game, you would have been just hoping that there wouldn't be an injury to your star player. And just in that first 5 minutes, it all came together, and that was a credit to our players. They played the game with the intensity and the passion that the event deserved. And those guys are here again today, and I want to thank them for last year and wish them good luck as they go out for the game this year, because that really did make it special. As Tim said, I think we're going to lift the bar both on and off the field with All-Stars Week this year. It starts a series of week-long events where we have an Indigenous Leaders Dinner tonight, Women in League Dinner tomorrow night, the inaugural Learn, Earn, Legend All-Stars Youth Summit. There'll be coaching clinics, and of course there's the free 2-day festival coming up. That is all a very important part of making All-Stars successful. When you have a sporting event that has context, and the context is the enormous amount of work that we do in the community, the celebration of Indigenous players, past and present in our game, the cultural diversity of the game generally. When you have that context and you also have a contest, then you've got a great sporting event. A little bit more about the Learn, Earn, Legend program. That's being promoted with our partnership with the Department of Education, Welfare and Workplace Relations, and it's now being recognised across other sports. And I think it's fair to say that the whole Indigenous All-Stars concept is something that rugby league's leading the way in, and indeed is being copied by others. This year, the Learn, Earn, Legend Indigenous All-Stars will carry the logo of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Healing Foundation, an organisation that was established following Prime Minister Rudd's apology to the stolen generations 3 years ago. The Healing Foundation plays a much-needed role in helping counsel those who still carry the scars of seeing their families torn apart and whose communities struggle to this day because of the effects of past policies. The Foundation is addressing real needs and providing inspiration and support for a brighter future. They've already worked closely with the Indigenous All-Stars players to promote that message well beyond Saturday's game. One of the key purposes today, which was touched on by Tim, was to reiterate that the Harvey Norman Rugby League All-Stars game is just one spectacular highlight of a deep commitment to and a deep partnership with Indigenous Australia through One Community and our NRL community programs. Last year we raised more than $1.5 million and that helped us deliver programs including Indigenous student mentoring in partnership with Learn, Earn, Legend, homework assistance for Indigenous students, One Community's Eat Well, Play Well, Stay Well healthy lifestyle program, rugby league reads, Dream, Believe, Achieve, targeting high school students, health programs aimed at closing the gap, reconciliation activities and events, the PCYC partnerships aimed at keeping youth off the streets, domestic violence prevention and environmental education. This year ahead is even more ambitious as we add initiatives such as the Broncos Book Club and Your Tutor program, the Parramatta Eels Learning with League Education Centre and Try Reading initiative, the Titans Beyond Tomorrow and 100% Nights Indigenous Mentoring and Career Transition programs in partnership with Learn, Earn, Legend, the South Cares Community Classroom at Sydney Corporate Park, Manly's education partnership with Country New South Wales and Far North Queensland Schools, West Tigers Academy of Learning in Western Sydney and Read with West Tigers. Wow, pretty impressive list. I think our game, So Active and All Stars is an opportunity to highlight not just what's happening this week, but what happens through our clubs and our players pretty much 365 days a year these days. We remain committed to having a reconciliation action plan, our second, that we believe is unique in sport. We're committed to making a difference in people's lives regardless of whether they play rugby league. The Harvey Norman Rugby League All-Stars is a powerful national symbol, and again I want to congratulate everyone for their ongoing support. As I said last year in the tape, it did exceed expectation. I'm sure we're going to lift the bar both on and off the field. Enjoy the week and congratulations to everyone who's helped us put it together. Thank you.